It's about getting the executives out of their air-conditioned cappuccino machine, assistant-run offices. If you ask a C-suite, are you consumer-centric? Everybody will put their hand up. And then you follow the question up by saying, oh, how many times have you spent a day in the living room of one of your guests in their house? And they can't put their hands up. They're not consumer-centric. Big data is getting better and faster, and it's getting slightly more intuitive, but nothing replaces spending time with your end user and finding out what's really important to them. Also, a lot of people do focus groups. When you're in a focus group, it's a pretty weird setting. You're all behind a two-way mirror, and they know you're there, so are they really being honest? Whereas in their living room, they're twice as relaxed. If their loved one is next to them, could be brother and sister, boyfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife, the first person will tell you something. That's not the real insight. The real insight comes from the second person. So I might say, when I go to Disney, I play golf and drink beer, and my wife is going to go, no, you did Small World 17 times back to back last year. You really loved it. It's a self-regulating honesty policy. You get real insights out of couples that you don't get out of individuals. And when you're in their house, it's not just what they tell you, it's what you see. So one small example, we used to spend a lot of money in New York because our big data told us that if you earn $100,000 a year or more as a household income, you could afford a Disney vacation. So we used to spend a lot of money, obviously, in Manhattan, until we got out of our big data, went to Manhattan, stood foot in somebody's apartment, and it was empty. Why? 85% of their income goes on rent. So they can't afford a Walt Disney World vacation. So I think if I were to offer any advice, and it has to start from the top, it's not about saying you do it. It's actually about sending a clear leadership signal that I'm prepared to do it too. And I do think that, again, data's getting better and better and better. But there's also a thing I could talk about when I come to the conference in November about intuition. Believe it or not, you have 86 billion neurons here. You have 100 billion here. Think about the decisions that consumers make every day, whether it's the dress they wear, the place they go on holiday, the car they buy, the consumer purchasing decisions they make. Are they making them here, or do they go with their gut? And intuition can actually, it's about taking, if you're only looking at big data, you're only looking where your competitors are looking. So how will you find that insight for innovation? More often than not, it's by looking where your competitors are not looking, and that's actually spending time for a day with a consumer.